What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Playmaker Way with the playbook, and y'all read the title, man. Master risk reward by using these 3 simple steps. Now, this is your first time on the channel. Welcome. I appreciate you giving this video a chance. Make sure to hit that bell and sub button because we don't just post weekly content like this, but we also live stream and live trade every day, London session 3 a.m. EST on this very same channel. We also have a free signal, free Telegram. There's the first link in the description. This is how we did last month, October. We caught a total of 157,608 pips, 125,674 strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. Ended the month 32.5, giving us an 86% win rate. Now, this is how we did last quarter. July, we went 34 wins, 3 losses. August, we took 45 wins, 7 losses. And in September, we took 27 wins, 4 losses, catching 105,389 pips July, 219,708 pips in August, and 16,634 pips in September, giving us a total of 341,731 pips caught, 323,385 strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. In the quarter, 106 wins, 14 losses, giving us an 88% win rate. Every trade posted has the date, the time the trade was posted, my personal entry, SL, TPs, how many people viewed or entered the trade, reactions, and of course those TPs getting hit. So make sure to go ahead and check that out. Now let's get straight into this video. So if you don't understand what risk reward is, it's like what it literally says. It's what you're risking versus what your reward is. So for example, this trade right here was a nice 1-to-7, almost 1-to-8 risk reward ratio. So that means whatever I risked, I made 7 times that amount. So I risked $100, I made $700. If I risked $1,000, I made $7,000 off this one trade alone. So now that you understand how risk reward works and what risk reward is, now let's break down those 3 steps. So as you can see right here, we're looking at NAS 100. This was not only a trade that we broke down during the London session live, but we also entered this with the members and students. As you can see, the first buy we took after this beautiful buy setup right here was a loss. So we're going to break all this stuff down, right? So the first step that you have to understand is that you want to never risk what you're not okay with potentially losing. Looking right here, you can see that this was a buy. Not only did we break this down during London session live stream, but I also took this trade with the members and broke this down. So of course we took this nice, beautiful trade here, but after this level, it failed to hold this level as support. So this is where the step number 1 comes into place, or rule number 1. Never risk what you are not okay with potentially losing. Well, I know it's a lot with my members and students, especially when I do one-on-one sessions, when we have our members only lives, is that a lot of people only think about what they could potentially make off a trade, but they never think about or consider what they could potentially lose off that trade. Again, yes, you can make X amount of dollars off this trade, but you also got to think about and understand that there's positive and negative consequences. You can make money or lose money. So a lot of times y'all put in a certain lot size or risk a certain amount because you think, okay, if I catch this many pips, this many points, I can make this much. But y'all don't think about, okay, if I catch this many pips or catch this many points on the other end, I can also lose this amount. So that's why as soon as I get into drawdown or stop loss gets hit, that's why y'all be upset, frustrated, this, that, and the third, and revenge trading comes into play. So you never want to risk what you can't afford to lose, or you're not okay with potentially losing. Then that brings us into step and rule number 2. Go for 1-to-2 to 1-to-3 minimum risk reward ratios. So why do you want to go for 1-to-2 to 1-to-3 minimum risk reward ratios? A lot of times I see online from these other traders, and this is no shade, this is just facts, it is what it is that they'll post these setups that are 1-to-1s, which is the dumbest thing you can do in my opinion. Because if you're doing a 1-to-1 risk reward, that means whatever you're risking, you're risking that to only make that much back. But as we all know, especially experienced traders, not every trade is going to go to the final TP or go all the way as projected. Sometimes we'll go halfway or quarter way. So now let's break down the math, right? Let's bring out the calculator. Let's say I'm risking $500 per trade, and it's a 1-to-1 risk reward. So that means whatever I'm risking, I'm going to potentially make the same amount in return back. So I'm risking $500 to make $500 back. So again, if I'm risking $500 and it doesn't go to the final TP, it goes halfway, then I'm only making $250. So I'm risking $500 to only make $250. Does that sound like a good risk reward? No, but it's even worse if it only goes a quarter of the way there. I'm risking $500 to potentially make $125. Does that sound like a good risk reward? No. Versus if I'm going for a 1 to 2 to 1 to 3, that means I'm risking $500 to make 2 times that amount, which is $1,000, or I'm risking $500 to make 3 times that amount, which is $1,500. So even if it goes halfway, I'm making, again, let's do 1,500 divided by 2. I'm making at least $750. Or if it's a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, I'm making at least what I'm risking in return back. You get what I'm saying? So again, would you rather risk $500 to make $500 or $500 to make $1,000 or $1,500? I think we all know the answer, right? So this is why risk reward is so important and why this rule is so important. Now, let me show you another reason why you want to go for 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 risk reward ratios. So again, we're not going to win every single trade. So let's say, for example, this trade right here. Let's say, again, obviously this was a 1 to 7 risk reward ratio. And I can show you that we did take this trade. We see the date right here. You see the date right here was May 14th, May 13th. So we go to May 13th, we see we entered this NAS trade 845. This was the entry as sells. And then the New York price watch list, I broke down what took place, why it hit our stop loss. And then I said the next day, the NAS doing what moves we're looking for. Again, and you can go right here. This was May 13th. We entered this trade at 8 o'clock, 8:30. And it's the next day, May 14th, when I said it's going as projected. And when did I say it's going as projected? 10:26. After I dropped the New York price watch list at 9:20. We go to 9:20. That was all the way down here. So this was before price broke this low. And then at 10:20, which was right here, is after price respected and held this level as support. So again, when you're in advanced play signaling in the course channel, I update y'all when price hits these key levels. I always let y'all know when you can see potential good setups coming into play. So let's go over what would have happened if this was a 1 to 1 risk reward ratio versus what took place because this was a bigger and greater than 1 to 1 risk reward ratio. So again, let's pull out the calculator. So again, let's say we took this NAS 100 trade. So for example purposes, let's just say we have a $10,000 account, right? Let's say we have a $10,000 account, and again, we're risking $500 per trade. So let's say we lost $500 because the first time we took the trade, our stop loss got hit, right? But then we re-entered, and guess what? Let's say all TBs got hit, and it was only a 1 to 1. So I lost $500. Day 2, I made $500 back. So I'm break even. Versus this trade wasn't a 1 to 2, it was a 1 to 7. But before we show the 1 to 7, let's just show you what would happen if it was a 1 to 2 risk reward. So again, lost $500. Day 2, risking $500 again. And then guess what? We made $1,000 back. So we're, whoops. We lost $500, but then we just made $1,000 back. So we're up $500. But let me show you what would have happened if it was a 1 to 7, like it was right here. 3,500 plus the original balance of 10,000. Then of course we lost $500 the first day. So instead of just being up $500 or being break even, we're up $3,000 because it was a nice 1 to 7 risk reward ratio. And again, it's very easy and simple to find 1 to 2 risk rewards. Here's another 1 to 2. We go into gold. We can see a 1 to 5, a nice 1 to 3. You know what I'm saying? 1 to 5, 1 to 2 risk reward, 1 to 3 risk reward. So very simple to find 1 to 2, 1 to 3 risk reward ratio setups. And this brings us into step number 3. You want to risk the same amount every single trade. I see so many videos online with these people with such a huge following just giving y'all bad advice, where if you're not fully confident in this trade, don't risk too much, but if you're more confident in this setup, risk more, or if you lost a trade, risk more the next trade to make it back. But if you follow these rules, you're going to make it back by simply just being consistent, right? So again, you want to risk the same amount every single trade. That way, everything is consistent. Consistency is key. You don't want to change things just because you saw something inconveniently happen once. You want to stay consistent. It's that simple, y'all. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below any questions, comments, concerns you may have. Make sure to hit that first link in the description to join the free Signal Free Telegram. If you're interested in learning how to identify these levels, my Signal Room services, or my mentorship program, make sure to hit those links in the description. But before you make a decision, let me tell you a little bit about those details. Advanced Play Signal Room, we trade Tokyo session exclusively with the members. We trade London session and then New York. Just like the Sunday chart analysis I drop in the free Signal Room, I drop one every day during New York session called the New York Price Watch List. This is where I go over the trades we took during Tokyo session, London session, and possible setups going into New York. I don't just say we're looking for buys or looking for sells. I explain why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, and then I take it a step further and go over key price points to look for entries and exits on. As you can see here, I call this signal. You see I'm walking y'all through what's going on with the trades we're in. I'm giving y'all updates to what I talked about in the New York Price Watch List. And then of course you see me showing y'all screenshots to visually show y'all what's going on behind the scenes, or what I see on my end behind the scenes. All right, we also have exclusive live streams that we go live during New York news events at least twice a week. And just like the London session lives, if you missed the live, they're recorded and posted in here so you can watch them when you get a chance. You have access to over 500 videos of daily chart analysis and weekly live streams. And in fact, you have access to even the ones last year in 2022. Then there's also the pinned messages like the account size key, the student and member group chat, and much more. Now I also have the course, of course. The course doesn't just teach you my trading strategy, it also teaches you how to read the charts, because that's what I teach y'all. You saw I had no indicators, no trend lines. It's simply just market flow and trading and entering and exiting off key price levels. Now all the stuff that I just went over, you get access to all that stuff in the course channel. So that way, not only do you have the step-by-step playbook of how to look and read any chart at all times, but you have ongoing chart analysis, ongoing education for life. Now I also have one-on-one sessions. One-on-one sessions also comes with access to the Advanced Play Signal Room and the student member group chat. That way you can earn while you learn, but then you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded an hour long, but you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded in an hour long and they're sent to you same day. Those are yours to keep for life. So if you're interested in that, hit those links in the description. If y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. Also make sure to follow me on there, and TikTok _playmakerway_. I post daily on both pages. And I'll see y'all next time I'm live or next time I post a video. Peace. We out.